Hey y'all, welcome back. This is Michelle from Michelle's Empty Nest, and today we are going to dive right back into my 2020 Project Life album, and I'm going to share with you the month of February, and I'm choosing just to do 1 month at a time for a couple of reasons. I want to be able to share my journaling with you, so I don't want the video to get too long, but at the same time I'd like to be able to talk about what's on my spreads without having to rush through trying to cram in 3 months or 6 months or something like that at one time. So I am just doing a month at the time, and I think in the January video I mentioned that a lot of what I was using was coming from the Allie Edwards Stories by the Year kit. This was released last year in 2021, I'm pretty sure. So if you have this, this is what I have been using. Well, if I could grab the string. And I've used a good bit, but you can see there's still a lot left in there. So there's 3x4 cards, there's 4x6 cards of just all different kinds. And I also have this kit digitally. And so I am able to recolor some to make things match better. I did that more in the 2021 album than I did in this album so far. But as I work through cards and maybe need different colors again later, I may have to do that as well. So that kit is very good for trying to work on your Project Life albums. So let's look at February, which for me is week 6. That's where February starts, for February the 2nd through the 8th. And I think that this is one that I may have recolored myself. Yeah. This was a card, I think the hearts had a yellow background in the original card, and so I chose it to be pink and then just put a white border in it or a white rectangle in it in Photoshop so that I could stamp my week and my date. And so for this one, I'm just going to read this journal card first, and I used the February memories. I don't remember if I stamped it or if I did it looks like I may have stamped it instead of putting the digital stamp, because this one's a little bit fuzzy. So probably stamped those myself from the little stamp set that would have been in this February 2020 Stories by the Month kit. All right, so this one says, I love having my nails done. My hands aren't pretty and they're bigger than most women's. I feel like having pretty nails helps to take attention away from my hands as a whole. I go to the nail salon every 2 to 3 weeks to get a new manicure. I rarely choose just a single color. I like to search Pinterest for inspiration and then find the right S&S powders to make it come to life on my nails. So just a simple little story about going to get my nails done. When the pandemic started, I chose to go to Glue On Nails from Red Aspen because I just couldn't go without my nails being done. And I actually did go back to the salon for the first time last week and got powder nails again. So we'll see what I end up doing as the year goes on. So that was these 2 pictures down here. On this journal card, I said it was another stormy day that sent Ellie and Piper looking for me. They are both absolutely terrified of bad weather and other loud noises. I put Ellie's thunder vest on her, but Piper's way too big for one. She's usually satisfied to be right beside me as she is here by the recliner. Sometimes Piper shakes so much that I can feel the floor vibrate. It breaks my heart. And I just realized that was kind of a goof up there. That could have come up. I'm not sure what happened there. But anyway, it's done and dusted. It doesn't matter. And so then up here, all I wrote just on these 2 little tags was 2018 Bon Jovi concert, best birthday ever. So this was just kind of a memory that came up from 2 years ago. It says that this was when we actually received the tickets. It was for my birthday, which is in August. The concert, I think, was in April. Yeah, April. So just really here sharing the memory of when we received the tickets by mail. All right, so then for Week 7, I am pretty sure that this title card came from probably a Stories by the Month kit instead of the Stories by the Year kit. And this is just some textured basil cardstock that it looks like I cut a band of to put down at the bottom to make a good, nice, solid space for my date. All right, so here I say currently around here right now, loving these shoes. They are my current go-tos. They're birdies and they are so comfortable. I have, I think, 3 pair and I love them all. Looking like I've been abducted by aliens after my pain blocking procedure. So I had gone to the doctor and they had injected some pain relieving something. I don't know exactly what they do, steroids or something in there, I guess. And so I had these 3 little things and it just reminded me of, thinking about alien abduction shows and how they always poke something in the back of their neck. So I just included that. Over here, I said we celebrated Olin's 51st birthday. I worked on my Harmony handbook, so that is this with from the Reset Girl, and I mentioned that in the last video for January. And we celebrated another Valentine's Day together. I've lost count because we've had a lot together. So I did a little photo collage, and then this is a picture of my hand and my husband's hand. We do some sunset heart hands together quite often, and so I just included that in the spread for this week. All right, for week 8. I'm going to guess that this one was from the Stories by the Year kit again. And I've used a wood veneer heart and just a little bit of everything, some chipboard. And I do typically put something between my dates if they're spaced out horizontally. This time I stamped. Sometimes I've used an asterisk or a sunburst. Sometimes I use just stickers. Sometimes I do puffy stickers or cardstock, just random things. So on this one, I have just a little screenshot up here that I liked. And this heart of chocolate was huge. That's why I put my hand on it to kind of show that it was a huge chocolate. And it says, although we are a few days beyond Valentine's Day, we finally got around to celebrating. I couldn't believe the size of the chocolate candy heart that Olin gave me. I had to include my hand in the photo to show just how big it was. And it was so delicious. I didn't need to eat any of it, but I'm a bad diabetic and I often give in to temptation. I really need to work on my willpower. And then this was from the celebration kit. There were all these little things that said like celebrating me, celebrating you, celebrating whatever. And I was working on that kit. And so I took a picture of those, just kind of like what's on my desk sort of thing. And for the journaling over here, I said at the end of 2019, I decided to start scrapbooking in January of 2020. So I made the decision in 19 that I would start in 20. I immediately subscribed to Allie Edwards Stories by the Month and Story Kits. These pieces were from the Celebrate Story Kit. I pulled them out to decide how I wanted to use them as an introduction to one of my albums. This album will be a 9x12. I'm excited to get started on this new adventure. So it was all still very new to me at this time, and I had started to get some product in, and so I was very excited. And then here's just another picture of the dam. I mentioned it in the January share as well, and it was still raining cats and dogs around here for a long time, and so that's what we ended up with. And then the next one is actually weeks 9 and 10 together because I did not have very many pictures for either of those weeks. They were very busy and I didn't get many photos. So let's read the journaling and then we'll go from there and see what else needs to be done. And this was also from the Stories by the Year kit, this title card. Currently around here right now, and I probably recolored that blue. I don't think that blue was from the kit colors. They were these kind of shades here. Around here right now, we are gearing up for our 23-day epic trip to Europe for our 30th anniversary. We have planned and prepped so much already, but there is still work to do. I have a few more days to teach my VIP kid classes before our vacation, and I am exhausted from so many early mornings. That's this one. I got my hair done so it will look fresh and sharp for all of the fun to come. Many nights we plan and discuss the details of our trip right before bed. Some of our best brain power happens at that time of day. So again, this was just like my desk laid out from the night before. So I would just get up, quickly get ready at like 4 in the morning because of the time difference between us and China, and start teaching from the different piles for each class. And I just took a picture of me yawning because I had done so many things getting ready for this trip that we didn't get to go on that I was just worn out. I had this screenshot and it shows the Old Light, which is the old lighthouse on a place called Lundy Island off the coast of England. And it was where we were going to stay on the first leg of our epic trip to Europe. We will be in the old lighthouse on Lundy Island for 5 days, and we are both so excited. We will have to take a helicopter over to the island due to the poor boating conditions at this time of the year. So it has our last name. We thought it would just be way cool to go there and stay there, and that was going to start off our trip. And then I have my packing list, which is, I don't know, like 8 or 9 pages long. I listed out everything, and the print's not really tiny because I need it to be a little bigger to see. And then this was just a day out running errands, and it was just a yucky day, and I just used that kind of to fill in some blank space. So that takes us through actually March the 7th, since I included 2 weeks on this same spread. And I think it's perfectly fine to do that. You make your own rules. As Allie says a lot, you choose your own adventure. And so my adventure for this week was that I was going to put 2 weeks together instead of trying to just have a couple of pictures and so many filler cards and things like that. So that finishes me up for the February share for my Project Life 2020 album. And I will be back later with the next month, the March month. And then I'll also work through my 2021 album with you as well. So if you enjoyed this video, I would love a thumbs up down below. And I so appreciate you stopping by today. It means more to me than you will ever know. And if you have not already subscribed to my channel, I would love for you to do that and become a little part of my YouTube family. I will have some close-ups at the end as well as over on Instagram, and I'd love for you to follow me there as well. And until I see you next time, take care of yourself, do something good for yourself, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.